Hello, everyone. This is Maradius, and today we are obviously going to be going back to doing Luigi's Balloon World for, you guessed it, more coin farming. I think, but since like we have the whole stream, I could very easily just grind it out, get it done with. But I think let's have a little fun with it. Let's try to get 5 balloons from Luigi's Balloon World in every kingdom. I think that's a good way to send off this game. We get to see how it is in every kingdom. And if I need to do a little bit of grind after that, that's fine too. And good to see you too, Luca Lima. Hopefully, this is a reasonable goal and not just really bad because some people are really just degenerate in their balloon placement. That would be annoying. But only one way to find out. Yeah, let's just get to it. I mean, unless my internet is... My Switch doesn't want to connect to the internet, which could be the case. I don't like how long this is taking. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Does it just... Bruh, if the internet is not wanting to connect... Alright, well, I guess we aren't doing Luigi's Balloon World. That's a shame. I don't know why it's not working. Let's try one more time. Hopefully it just works. Okay, well, I don't know why. Like, I'm obviously streaming, so I have internet. Just give me a quick moment. Well, we instead of doing this the fun way, we might have to just do this the boring way. It's... I don't know. That's just really disappointing. I wanted to finish this off with a little bit of fun. But once again, network issues. We have enough time in the stream to do it the old-fashioned way. It's just, this is really disappointing. Well, off to Bowser's Kingdom we go. I'll try again in like 30-ish minutes to see if it works. Yeah, it stinks. I'm so sorry about that. I would have thought that, you know, after last stream, it would have been just fine. But no, it's not. Well, I mean, I guess it was a bit iffy at the end of last stream. So... Yeah, we just gotta do boring grind. Is what it is. Okay, so... Oh yeah, so we need like roughly, I think 11,000 coins. If I hard grind this, it's definitely doable. I'm hoping that it will just start working partway through, and then I don't have to actually do this the whole stream. That'd be kind of a boring way to end it. I was actually looking forward to doing a little bit more Luigi's Balloon World, but I don't know, my Switch has some problems. I know it has like a really, really low battery life, so I can't play on handheld even if I wanted to. I generally don't, so I'm not really that bothered by it. But just the fact that it feels like it's kind of getting old is a bit rough. All the more reason to get a Switch 2, I guess. Nope. In other news, I looked at my schedule and I should be. So obviously, I'm not going to be streaming next Tuesday, but next Saturday, I will be able to use my setup. So I will be streaming next Saturday, probably. And that's when we're going to start doing those Zelda Classic games. Speaking of which, I like when looked up that third one that I hadn't played yet that I was interested in playing, and I found out that it's actually part 3 of a series of games. So instead of just playing 3 Zelda Classic games, we might have to play 5. So that could be bad, it could be good. I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel. Maybe some of the games will be good, some of them will be bad. I don't know. They have like a crazy amount of dungeons, and I've tinkered with Zelda Classic myself a bit, and I'm not quite sure how you get that many dungeons into your game. Because I obviously like you have your classic 8 or 9 dungeons, 8 Triforce pieces, and then you get then you have the final dungeon and stuff, and you can probably like insert another dungeon here or there. But I'm not quite sure how you make it do 17. That just seems like a crazy amount. I mean, I guess we'll find out when we play through them. Hopefully they're, even though it's probably got a bit of dungeon bloat, they're all high quality dungeons, and there's a bit of interesting stuff in the overworld outside of that. But we'll just have to wait and see. I've also like started dabbling a little bit in Zelda Classic again myself. I have an idea for a game that I'm working on. All right, well, I did a little bit today, so I wouldn't really say like working on, but who knows? Maybe I'll play it on stream if I finish before I finish playing the rest of the Zelda Classic games I have in mind. But who knows? Really, it's kind of weird because like Zelda Classic is more or less the only like real fan game thing I've really delved into. I guess arguably there's Mario Maker. You could argue that is, but I kind of stopped playing Mario Maker around the time they introduced worlds or games, you could say. So I never really like got to see that. I just haven't really played many ROM hacks. Obviously, I guess I played quite a few Pikmin ROM hacks. Well, I played 2. I played Colossal Caverns, and I played Pikmin 2 Randomizer, which we may play more Pikmin 2 Randomizer tonight. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how I feel, because I'm thinking back. Like I know it was like 11 streams ago, but we did not end the Pikmin 2 Randomizer on a good note. I'm pretty sure there was a cave that had a treasure that just wouldn't spawn for me, so it's literally impossible for me to get 100% in the randomizer, and it just stinks. And it's kind of like soured my mood on that randomizer. But you know, maybe it'll be fixed today, assuming we get to it today, which we should. Well, I may not bother if, you know, the internet starts working for my Switch again. I mean, I guess, like, I do remember the Pikmin 2 randomizer. It said it was unfinished. So I guess I wouldn't really be that surprised if there was some things that were just straight up impossible because some bug happened. Well, it would be like really unfortunate, just a big buzzkill, but no. Yeah, Zelda Classic's like the only fan game community I've really delved into besides Pikmin. Because I haven't really played. real Pikmin ROM hacks. There's stuff that adds things on their own. And then granted, like, give me a moment to get this seed in. There we go. Pikmin 2 ROM hacking, obviously, like, there's not a whole lot of tools available like there is with some of these other things. I guess that's why I'm a big fan of Zelda Classic, is that there's just a lot of tools. You can make all sorts of things with it. You can even make things that aren't Zelda with it. But, I don't know, I do find it fun, and of course, I'm a big fan of the 2D Zelda games. I'm a fan of the 3D ones that aren't Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom too. But I am a fan of the 2D ones. Mainly the Oracle games and Link's Awakening. Those are my favorite Zelda games. But there's plenty of others I do like as well. So that's probably why I did so much Zelda Classic. But yeah, so I'm still like really excited for starting those games. Of course, it helps that I'm kind of like at the tail end of a grind fest in the current game I'm doing. So of course I'm going to be viewing like, oh, moving on to something new and exciting positively. And when I hit 2,000 coins, we're going to check the internet again. Because, man, this is agonizing. After doing so many Luigi Balloon World last stream, and just having to do it like this, it's... oh, man, it sucks! And then I'm sure it's, like, still enough that it's fast enough that I could get the remaining of the coins I need by just doing this the entire gosh dang stream. It's just not going to be the most fun. Speaking of unreasonable grinds, I know at one point I was considering playing Pokemon Legends ZA on stream. And I'm very, very glad I decided not to, because doing 100% in that game, both in the base game and the DLC, it just sounds like it's torture. So, like, there's genuinely cool things in them, but like 100% is just miserable. And I'm kind of wondering what they were thinking. To the point where, like, it might be easier to get 100% on like other Pokemon, like even baseline games. That may be a bit of a stretch, because I'm not sure what I would do to get version exclusives, get stuff from past games, yada yada yada. But like Scarlet Violet, like surely it couldn't be that bad to 100% those compared to how bad it is to 100% ZA. I don't know, man. It's just it's crazy the stuff they make you do in those games, or in that game. Maybe one day I'll play it, but I feel like it probably would not be a game I'd play for 100%, which is rare, but it's just how it is sometimes. Now, of course, there are games that are just absolute, far, far more miserable to 100% than that. Power World. But not really going to be playing those on stream either. Alright, after this, we're going to check the internet again. We're just going to check it, see if it works here in Bowser's Kingdom. And if so, we'll just start here and work our way through the other kingdoms. All right, let's go here. Hopefully the internet is wanting to cooperate this time. If it's not, then yikes. Not instantly connecting. That's a bad sign. Oh. Give me a moment. Let me make sure I'm like selecting the right network and stuff. Gosh, it's just straight up not working, is it? Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. Where am I going here? I know I need to go back up. Well, that just means back to grinding out this stage. We may try again a little later. Hopefully it just magically fixes itself. I'm just not in a position to really fix it right now. I'm not even sure really what's going on with that internet, but with the Switch, I'm not sure if it's a Switch problem or something else, but it's fine. It's not, but it's fine. No, one thing I've heard recently is that apparently there's something that's been going on with the YouTube algorithm, and it's really just not being done really well. Because I heard that like popular content creators are struggling to they're having to like retire their main channels and just switch to their second channels full time because the algorithm is just that unkind to their main channel videos because of some quirk of it that just makes it really bad. And I don't know, that just, I don't know, there's so many things you gotta do to game the algorithm, and I don't know, I've just never really been the algorithm. Of course, like, I'm not really, I mostly just post videos to my VOD archive right now. I just haven't had the time really to work on making full edited videos, unfortunately. But hey, if there's like ever a reason to have even less incentive to do it, it's this stupid algorithm thing. Put in a bunch of effort and get nothing for it. I don't know if I want to deal with that. Especially since like I'm going to be swapping games an awful lot. You know, honestly, the algorithm might already just absolutely hate me because I've noticed sometimes, like back when I did shorts, I've kind of just not done shorts as much lately because the algorithm is just so sporadic that it's just sometimes not sure if it's worth the effort at times. But I know that like I need to stop doing that. Sometimes I would get like over 1,000 views on a short, and then like the next one would get 2, and it's just like, can I get some consistency? I don't know. The algorithm is just. I do not like the algorithm on YouTube. That I will say that much. I think Twitch's algorithm is generally a bit better, but I don't know. Let's just keep grinding these out. Gosh, it feels like it's taking forever. Oh, I want to be climbing up the chapel in Moon Kingdom. I want to be getting balloons blazing fast so I can get hundreds and hundreds of coins in seconds. I don't want to be doing this sub area over and over and over. We're this close to the end. Let's make it fun instead of having to do it like this. It's fine. Only need about 8,000 more. Yep, still grinding for outfits. End of the last stream, there was connection issue, so I couldn't finish up then. And now, my Switch just refuses to connect to the internet. So I can't even do Luigi's Balloon World to finish it off. So I just have to spend like the whole stream grinding this sub area, and it just makes me so mad. We are down to the last few outfits, but some of them are quite pricey. Try restarting your Switch. You know, I may try. I probably will go and do that after this run, just because I don't want to grind this all for 3 hours. I'm sure people don't necessarily want to watch that either. But yeah, we'll see if that happens. Alright, save game. And now let me go and restart the Switch. Yeah, my Switch has definitely been a bit spotty with internet stuff lately. Then again, I don't really run into that much because I use Nintendo Online. All right, I don't use Nintendo Online that much, so I don't really use it at all, I guess. So it hasn't really, I haven't really noticed the declining internet capabilities, but probably should have paid more attention to it late. But then again, it did download updates just fine, and like when I did stuff earlier in the year, I think. All right, let's hope this just works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Come on, Luigi. You know I want to do it. Just connect me to the internet. Well, you didn't even try this time. Did I reconnect in the internet settings? Let me double check. That might be why. Man, it's just not able to connect to the device. That is really unfortunate. Yeah. Something maybe changed or something. I don't know. Well, we're just gonna have to go without it. It sucks, but it's all right. Maybe I'll search for like other coin grinding spots, just to change it up a little. You can stop connecting to the internet, Luigi. I know it's not going to work. Yeah, you don't need to say offline, game. I know. You've made it abundantly clear that I'm offline. Yeah, it's just fucked. Well, it's fine. Thank goodness I did all that grinding on, where am I going? In the Luigi's Balloon World last stream, so it's like not, it is very feasible to finish tonight, even without Luigi's Balloon World. But oh boy, this is not the thing I was hoping for. But it's alright. At least with like the next set of games I'm gonna play, there shouldn't be any ridiculous grinds like this. Now maybe that's just like completely, absolutely bogus, but I don't think like Legend of Zelda fan games really are gonna be. I don't imagine them having super grindy stuff even for like full completion. Then again, like since they're fan games and all that, it's probably going to be quite easy to just miss a few things for 100% completion because you just don't know they exist and no one else is around to tell you that they exist. Hopefully that won't be a problem with the games I end up playing, but we may have to end up seeing. You know, I kind of wonder if the reason why this stuff is so expensive in the store is because they're like, well, you get so many coins from Luigi's Balloon World. You kind of need something to spend it on. Let's just add a bunch of ridiculously overpriced stuff. So I guess I assume it must have been done with Luigi's Balloon World in mind, and that's why everything is so expensive. But like they could have, you know, lowered the rewards Luigi's Balloon World gives, and then, you know, kind of just not do so much. Things not cost so much, so you're not forced to do it. Like that seems like it would be the ideal way of doing things. No? But it is what it is. We're almost done. You can almost move on. At least I hope so. Just like you're gonna occasionally. Nope, still not connected. All right. I don't know why I'm even bothering checking. It's obviously not going to be working at all tonight. If I ever do New Super Mario Bros. 2, I'm definitely not going to not going to be looking forward to doing coin grinding in that game. Of course, it might even be faster. I don't know what coin grinding in New Super Mario Bros. 2 is like. I have to imagine that, like, well, I mean, because you gotta get like over 1 million coins in those games, in that game. You know, I have no sense of scale how big the goals were in that game. I just know you needed a lot. You might even need like max out the coin counter, which was of course like in the millions, and it's just, oh man, you need so many coins. I mean, it makes sense. It's the game that's literally about grinding coins. Might as well have called it New Super Mario Bros. 2: The Search for More Money, because that's all you really do is search for more money. And you just have to deal with the Mario Bros. Endless greed as they turn anything and everything into more and more coins. Yeah, I know that I know in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, somehow like the value of coins in the Mushroom Kingdom coins just goes way down over the course of the game, or maybe even like during the course of one bet, and you can assume that probably what happened was they calculated all the money they got during New Super Mario Bros. 2 during that, and they're like, oh wait, actually, coins are just absolutely gosh dang worthless now. Because they just got millions and millions and millions of coins just... It created money out of thin air. I don't even know how that's legal if you think about it. Like, really, the economy in the Mario universe is just so unbelievably screwed up. But then again, like, I guess I'd say, like, maybe most people don't really need coins, and that might be true. But there's all these shops in the RPGs and stuff that use coins, and obviously in this game. But like for the most part, coins don't actually serve a lot of purpose, other than like just increasing counters to get one-ups. It's not all they really do. Not like I'm saying this, and it's all just copium, as I'm obviously having to grind coins so that a store will give me something in this game. So they clearly have value in this game. But oof. Yeah, this may be a sign that if I need to use online features on a Nintendo Switch game in the future, I should just use my Nintendo Switch 2 when I get it soon. Because I imagine it, surely it won't have these kinds of issues, and it'll be just peachy. Now, granted, like, I don't actually know how many games I would need the online for. Just because, in general, like I said before, I don't use Nintendo Online. So maybe this is like literally the only game where it would have mattered to have Nintendo Online. I'll do another check once I hit 5,000 coins. It's obviously just copium at this point that it'll just somehow work. But I imagine it's not going to. But yeah, at least we're gonna have something different. I've been gonna have this playthrough of Super Mario Odyssey is going to be getting close to reaching 33 hours long, which is quite a long time if you think. So it's time to move on to something else. Now, granted, like most of those 33 hours was actually fun and enjoyable content, and it's really only like the last 6 hours or so that have been painful grinding. And even less if I just went hard on Luigi's Balloon World and the internet was wanting to work with me, but not really wanting to. I even know, like, last stream, there were some issues connecting earlier in the day. And then it did sort itself out before the stream. So I kind of really don't know what's going on with the internet. Pretty sure it's a Switch thing. Maybe I should try, instead of doing restart, just turning off and then turning it back on without not doing the internal restart thing. Maybe that'll work. Or maybe it'll just magically work this time and we won't have to worry. Yes, I want to connect to the network. Please connect me to the network, Luigi. You're not going to, are you? Let me go. Just give me a moment. I will go and start it. I'll restart it again. Let me just come on, end this. We already know how it goes. Save game. And then we're gonna turn off and then turn it on. And I'll check the internet settings before opening Super Mario Odyssey this time in the hopes that it does something. Yeah, I don't know, cause like I'm using it's not a problem with the internet because I'm streaming, I'm receiving the stream on my laptop through the same internet I'm trying to connect to. So I don't know. We're just gonna keep doing this. So unfortunate. All right, come on, Mario Odyssey. You don't need to keep me on this screen.
Super Mario Odyssey!
I'm gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna do a different sub area just so it's not literally the same sub area. Just need to change it up a little bit for my own sanity. So looking it up, there is a spot to farm coins here. It's probably not as fast as the Bowser's Kingdom one, but it's something different. Which after grinding, like I've grinded Bowser's Kingdom sub area like over an hour. Grab that just for the mere extra coins. Okay, not like that. Just don't. Why did I press the shoot button? I might have lost points on that. And then we go up to this area, which is obviously going to be slower, but it's different, which is the important thing. Go up here, and then we use this beanstalk. It's always beanstalk, isn't it? Okay, once again, I cannot aim no matter the kingdom. I don't know if this is actually a good spot to grind coins. It's probably less efficient, but let's see. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, I do vaguely remember going through this one thinking, oh, this wouldn't be bad to grind coins at. Doing it repeatedly is a bit iffy, and it's clearly not as fast, but I'll take it. Like, I can't really be missing coins like that. It does feel like you get like 300, 400 coins from the method. It's not bad, actually. Feels a bit more discreet than the other one. Where you get like half of that per run and you just kind of keep going. We'll just keep doing it. I think this is what we're going to do for the rest of the grind. Something nice and chill in my favorite kingdom. I mean, we're still going to be listening to the same music as the other sub-area, but it's fine. Want to get up there, Mario? Mario, what are you doing? I think the beanstalk also has less time it needs to grow in order to reach the transition area, but that's probably just also copium. I don't know, man. Just gotta make sure I'm on point, getting these coins as fast as possible. Okay, well, they didn't feel like it was much coins that time. Maybe I will switch back to the other one after a bit. I don't know. This is kind of slow. Yeah, it's not the best, but I don't know. We'll do it for a bit. Maybe see if we can reach 7,000, and then I'll consider going back to Bowser's Kingdom sub-area. I need to like at least get this seed in on the first try at least once. Okay, now I've done that. I can leave, right? Oh, anyways, more coin grinding. It still is neat that they include these sub-areas like that as an obvious reference to the first game. Obviously, like, there's tons of references in this game. It's very neat. I still do wonder what the next 3D Mario game is going to be. Hopefully, it's filled with just as much charm and care as this game is. Maybe with a little less coin grinding, because that would kind of be appreciated. This game has enough content as is. You don't need to add all the coin grinding. Nice clutch there. Go over here. It feels like I'm getting more efficient at collecting the coins, but I'm getting less coins at the same time. It doesn't really make sense. I don't know why I thought I was getting much more coins here than I was. You know, after this run, we're going back to Bowser's Kingdom. It's just a little too agonizingly slow, and I do want to make sure I don't have to do another stream of grinding this, and I can just move on to the next game in my queue. I don't even like need to technically exit this the normal way. I can just warp to the Odyssey after. I guess I could have warped to the secret fire field to speed this up a little bit more, but yeah, I really could have done that. But we got all the coins there. Pretty nice, but I think it's time we go back. And I forgot the words. I see the speed things up. It's all right. It's fine. I still do also need to like buy more moons to reach 999 moons, don't I? Fine. Here. I spent so much more time on this than Darker Side ever took. Not really surprising because it doesn't take that long once you get the hang of it, but still, oof. I think I can actually see how much coins I get from this, so I can get a good idea of how much faster it is. Of course, like, the entrance is... Okay, well, I missed a lot of coins there. The entrance, this is a lot faster, but... I think it's roughly the same amount of coins. Maybe even... Well, I'd say it might even be a little less coins, but it's just so much faster to go through and no waiting around, really. I don't know. Well, we just gotta get through it. I said I was gonna 100% this game. I meant it, even if this is the consequences of that decision. Oh, there are some future games where I may say, instead of calling it 100%ing, attempting to 100%. Just because 100%ing may just straight up actually be outside of my capabilities. But we're not there yet. This grind, while painful, is still well within my capabilities to do. Just gotta keep grinding. Man, I'm trying to think if uh Super Mario Bros. Wonder had a bad coin grind. I don't think it did, because well, I know you had to do an awful lot to get all the standees and stuff. It wasn't that bad. I didn't remember. I don't even know if I did do any extra grinding. I think I must have. Then again, I did go through and pretty much 100% Wonder multiple times. So I don't know. It probably didn't have to do that much of a grind. And I'm trying to think if like any 2D Mario games are going to need excessive amounts of grinding. Really, only like New Super Mario Bros. 2, I think, would. But I don't know. Of course, who knows how far away I am from doing the New Super Mario Bros. Games on stream. I feel like I'll probably get to them at some point, but for now... I don't know. So many other games to get through, and quite frankly, Mario has dominated more than enough of my stream for now. I think time to give good old Mario a vacation as I go play something else. I mean, that being said, I could play some Zelda classic games where you play as Mario, but I won't, because off the top of my head, I only know like one, and that one is a bit too crass for my interest. Also has a bit too much blood, for that matter. There are some weird Zelda classic games out there, I tell you. You really can do a lot with that engine. It's quite surprising. Now, granted, like, that was probably mostly just retexturing rather than anything really specific to Mario, but it's still. Not forget to grab those. It's also possible that, like, if there is a lot of demand for me to just keep playing more Zelda classic games, I may end up doing that. I can't imagine there being a lot of demand for it, just because, you know, stream is not that... I don't have a lot of followers right now, so I kind of have trouble imagining that there would be such a great demand, like, oh, play more of these fan games. It's probably just going to be... move on to the next thing, and then just keep doing that again and again and again. Gosh, we still need like 3,500 more coins. And we're not even like halfway through this stream, so like we're definitely gonna make it. But man, they really would have been nice to have Luigi's Balloon World. Also, I do find it funny that, like, technically the beanstalk is there before the animation's caught up, because you can just grab onto it before it's even shown up. I mean, it really is kind of like a minor detail, but with how polished this game is, you kind of wonder how that slipped through the cracks. Surely they would have known that people would try to grab onto the beanstalk as soon as possible, right? Lapse in attention for a moment. Don't know why I did that. Well, that's 10 coins I'm not getting back. Coin grinding really just is not good for the brain, I tell you. What, we need to get this done sooner rather than later, that's for sure. All right, we're getting there. I mean, not like that, but we are getting there. I just hope getting all those extra moons won't take too long to get all the money for that. I mean, like, the moons are dirt cheap, which is fitting considering how, like, moons are really given to you for the smallest things in this game. And also, like, quite complex things, but there's a surprising amount where it's like someone just says, oh, yeah, open the door for me. Well, here's a moon for you, or something like that. It basically has very, very little value. And, like, given how New Donk Sea just goes through... New Donk Sea probably goes through more power moons in a day than Mario has collected throughout his entire adventure. And it almost makes you wonder, like, where are they getting all these moons from? And the answer is probably, like, they're probably just, like, really stupidly easy to get. Because they're not that much of a power source. When you go through them as fast as... I mean, like, given how much Mario needs to, like, go from kingdom to kingdom, you need a crazy amount of moons. Really, you gotta wonder how anyone's, like... Well, yeah, I guess the thing is, like, it's wild how Mario seems to struggle to get enough moons to go from kingdom to kingdom when, like, they're so abundant to everyone else that it's just, like, whatever. I do wonder if we're going to see power moons brought up again, or if it's just going to be something that they kind of never address ever again. I wonder if like they're even going to be like mentioned in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Because with the fact of them being with Toaster and assuming being on like a different planet, a different galaxy, then like I just can't really see them bringing up power moons or having it be relevant at all. It's just going to be power stars. So yeah, I just wonder if power moons are ever going to be brought up again. And it's kind of like crazy how they devalue power stars so much by saying, oh, they're just power moons in a different shape. Well, then that just means that power stars are worthless like power moons are. With like 60 power stars. Well, okay, it also must mean like if you compare the Comet Observatory to the Odyssey. So with 60 power stars, the Comet Observatory can pretty much go anywhere in the universe. At the very least, it can reach the center of the universe. You need so many more moons than that in order to get to the moon. You need more than you need like you need a lot to even get to the next kingdom. Now, like, granted, it's not 60, but like you need a surprising amount to go short distances when the Comet Observatory is like can do so much more with so much less. And then this is assuming that power stars are equivalent to power moons, which is kind of silly if you really think about it. I'd like to think that the power stars in this game are more like lesser power stars, so they're not really like the ones we've seen in other games. Because it would really just be kind of silly for them to be equivalent in power when power stars are shown doing so much more than moons are. Like I know. I wonder if they did like end up adding Isle Delfino to this game, because I know there was like originally plans or like they're gonna reference it or something, but they ended up not. I can't help but like wonder if they would have shine sprites pretty much act like the moons for Isle Delfino. If they ever do have a Super Mario Odyssey 2, I'd love to see them go back to Isle Delfino and reference it in some way. I guess the problem is like, what would the story of Odyssey 2 even be? I mean, like, probably beyond the same old, oh, Bowser's kidnapped Peach, go chase him across the whole world again. I mean, I guess to be fair in this game, they were pretty, they focused heavily on the wedding theme. So, like, his motivations for going to every kingdom were solely wedding focused. And so they could do so much more with all sorts of other ideas if they wanted to. Maybe Bowser's trying to create a worldwide empire. I don't know. I guess part of the problem though is I also like the moon imagery in this game is also pretty great. The fact that like You know, they emphasize the moons so much throughout the game. There's power moons, and they say, hey, we're going to the moon. Like, an Odyssey 2 would just not be able to replicate that. Or maybe they would. Maybe I'm not giving Nintendo enough credit. But then again, if they made an Odyssey 2, they might just feel like less creative because they felt like, oh, we gotta make an Odyssey 2 rather than feeling inspired like they did with Odyssey. I don't know. It definitely is kind of funny that, like, it feels like Odyssey would have a lot more restrictions in it if they wanted to make a sequel to it, whereas, like, Super Mario Sunshine, they could just go to another tropical island or more parts of Isle Delfino if they want to make more. Like, there's nothing really, not really limited to just one. They're not as limited in that regard. Galaxy, you really can just go do more places. Because, well, that's what they did with Galaxy 2, even though they kind of did do, like, several things where more or less rehashes of Galaxy 1 galaxies, but still. Anyways, let's go buy some stuff. I mean, I guess with Super Mario 64, if they wanted to make a sequel to that... You know, honestly, I do wonder if they've ever thought about making a sequel to Super Mario 64. First of all, like, what would you even call it? But, like, I guess Super Mario 64 would also just be kind of hard to make a sequel for because I think it's arguably too bland to adequately make a sequel. Because it's so bare bones that you might as well just, like... Instead of making Super Mario 64 2, you could just do Super Mario Sunshine. Like, it's... The framework is just not that special. And there's not really anything tying all the worlds together. Except some of them kind of just being random. To the point where pretty much, like... You'd be better off making the framework of the game something else. And you could be like Super Mario 64 in spirit, but you wouldn't want to have like a true sequel per se. The Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World. I mean, like, 3D World is kind of more or less a sequel to 3D Land. Not quite. Well, maybe. I don't know. They do play a little differently. In 3D World might as well just be the sequel to 3D Land. But, like, obviously they could just do another game like that. I mean, I guess, like, they're not really the same in theming, per se, or framework. Even though gameplay-wise, they're more or less the same. I don't know, maybe I'm just grasping at straws for conversation topics. I don't know. But we are getting close to being done with the outfit grind. I forgot how many moons I have. I want to say I have like 850? If I want to get... So I need like 149 more moons. That's like another 1,490 coins. Something like that. I don't know. It's just been grind coins. Not even the fun of Luigi's Balloon World. Even if like I do finish the coin grind, I am still gonna like maybe try a couple more times, just in the hopes that it'll work. And then maybe I can end off the stream with a bit of fun, even though we just been doing stupid dumb grind for most of it. Wait for 1 second. I jump on a swiney. Always pay attention where you're jumping, kids. Yeah, I really should just put on that zombie outfit after this, just to... So the fact that I'm dead on the inside can be reflected by me being dead on the outside after this coin grind. It'll be quite fitting, honestly. Of course, I still need to get enough coins for it. But I probably should, like... Let's see, we'll go to, like, 6,500. I'll double check how many moons I have. Before I actually start buying moons. Just to see if I need to do a little extra grinding. But anyways, the grind still continues. And it will continue. Really need to be more on point with collecting these coins, because heck. So I do wonder what the next 3D Mario collectible is going to be, because you know, like we had stars. We've had stars multiple times, really. We've had moons. We've had suns. No, shine sprites, pretty much. So what are they going to be the next main collectible? Or are they just going to keep going between basically shines, stars, moons for the rest of the time? Because really, there's no other significant celestial object to make stuff off of. Like, you probably could do something, but like, they're just not going to be as iconic as those things. You kind of try to do like individual planets, but like planets don't really have the same dominance and cultural significance like or cultural symbols like the sun and moon do and the stars. I mean, I guess they could also just do something completely random. I mean, Because we in the 2D games, like they had star coins for a while, and then they introduced something completely new. That being 10 coins, which is a pretty weird collectible if you think about it. Oh, did you get all the 10 coins in this level? What's its significance? It's a coin, but 10. Okay. Now, like, granted, also, that wasn't the main collectible. That was just one of the collectibles. The other one being Wonder Seeds. I mean, I guess the fact that they did Wonder Seeds means it shows that they could do just about anything if they find a good justification for it. I mean, like, I know one thing that they aren't going to do, and that's probably bananas, because that's Donkey Kong's thing. And yeah, sure, they could have Mario just randomly grabbing bananas. I mean, like, granted, it'd be like so weird to do, especially when, you know, moons are basically banana shaped. Just do moons again instead of bananas. I mean, I guess they could do a Mario and Donkey Kong crossover game, like where they have more interacting with each other's worlds instead of mostly just being their own thing. But still, that's like probably one of the things that Mario's just never really gonna have be his main collectible. I mean, they have had so many random collectibles throughout the series. It's pretty neat how much, just like how many different things are on the Mario franchise. Really need to stop doing that. We're close to the end, so I really just need to stop making it take even longer than it already is. But yeah. Which I really do hope that they visit some of the locations from the RPGs and like 3D or 2D Mario games. And like, granted, like a lot of places in these games are kind of like they use them once and then they just never visit again. They may make the occasional reference to it, but for the most part, they might as well not exist after. Like, have we even heard of the Sprixie Kingdom after 3D World? That's a lie, we have. Mainly just from Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, but that was essentially a 3D World spin-off anyways. So does that really count? Granted, like it's been too soon to really say for sure, but like I don't think we're gonna see much of the Flower Kingdom. The Bean Kingdom in general just doesn't get mentioned at all outside of the RPGs, which is a bit of a shame. I still would like to see more references to the Bean Kingdom and the other places. Not like granted, like Partners in Time and Bowser Inside Story were both in the Mushroom Kingdom. Just generic. Well, I'd say generic. I'm not sure how generic it is, but basically they were more or less just in the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's numerous generic locations that are reusable and not. So like they're not really going to be referenced ever again. But they really could do more with Bean Kingdom. Same with Hilo Island. They could reference that at least. Outside of the RPGs again. I know, I just It would just be a lot of fun to just see some more crossover from the various sub franchises. I understand why they don't, but yeah. We're getting close to the end. It won't be too much longer. We already have enough for all the outfits. I'm just making sure I get those 999 moons. Just in case someone's like, actually, you didn't 100% the game because you could have gotten more moons. And like, I'm sure there's probably going to be someone who's going to be like, actually, you didn't 100% the game because after getting all the outfits and all moons, you didn't max out your coin counter. Who cares, man? I've maxed out my coin counter several times. That basically counts as having done it at some point. I don't need to get an additional 9,999 coins for no particular reason. It would just be kind of dumb. It still is dumb that they just let you buy your way to, like, dark side and darker side. Like, oh, you don't need to, like, actually get all the moons. You can just grind coins and buy them. Like, okay? Why is... There's so many, like, hints and stuff to help you find these moons that, like, you shouldn't really need to buy moons in order to reach these, but I guess it's just something they want to have available, so it is what it is. Oh, okay, so this might be our last run. We might be done. Thank goodness. I really could use just something else. Get in there. Thank you. And of course, once we're truly done, I'm still going to check. See if we could do more of Luigi's Balloon World. I think that would be a funner way to end the stream than going back to Pikmin 2 randomizer, as it just hates me. Refuses to spawn the treasure for me. There we go. We should have enough coins for everything. That took way too long. I think like I not had connection issues at the end of last stream. I could have possibly finished this up last stream. This stream wouldn't have been necessary, but I have to grind the old-fashioned way. How many? Is it not gonna? Okay, I have too many moons. The balloon's too big. Oh, I have 880, so I grinded a little bit more than I needed to. At least I'm hoping that 999 is the cap for moons, and it doesn't just keep going above that. Just buy 10. That puts us at 890. Am I gonna have to do this one by one? Like, why can I not just buy all 100? Why can I keep doing increments of 10? Why do I have to keep... Huh? Like, if you're going to keep letting me buy them, let me do in increments more than one. Like, you're not going to make me buy 100 moons one by one by one by one. Like, that's just ridiculous. Let me check. Maybe if I go to a different kingdom, it will be different. Surely it's not just crazy, right? Oh, wait, I see now. I'm just a little dumb. You know, I, for whatever reason, calculated the price as if it was 10 per, but no, it's more like 100 per. So I was just being really dumb. No one, like, they didn't give me the option because I didn't actually have enough coins to buy 10. If this just doesn't work, then we're probably just gonna say I got 100%. I don't care that I didn't get 999 moons. I've done the time. I would dress up as a Sam. Would I be green or red? Probably would be dress up red because my beard would be green. Yep. Okay. It's still not working. All right. Well, I guess that means it's probably a good point to say, look, we've done it. We have. We got all the outfits. We got all the moons, not counting the generic brand moons that you can buy a dime a dozen at the store. We can just say we're done. Mario looks so weird with eyebrows like that. But that is a good place to say we're done. We did it. We 100%ed Super Mario Odyssey. Not necessarily in the way I would have wanted to do it, but we did it. I'm just saving multiple times. It's fine. All right. Well, that means that obviously we are going to do Pikmin 2 randomizer. Give me a moment to set it up. I need to grab something, so give me just a moment. don't have my earbuds currently, so I'm having to grab some headphones. Let's see, set up. Dolphin, open up the randomizer. I think we haven't done. We've done. Well, let me make sure I have everything set up first before I start yapping about this. And make sure I actually have my GameCube controllers plugged in. I kind of forgot I unplugged it. Not sure if you 100%, but you hope there's a non-streamer you do. What do you mean by that, Luca Lima? You're saying that you're not sure whether my 100% counts as 100% because I didn't get all 999 moons? Personally, I think it's silly to require that. I might have done it if we had Luigi's Balloon World, but we don't. I just don't think it's really that interesting. It doesn't do anything of value to go after that many moons. Then it's just go to a shop and buy them. They're not even unique. It just gives you like the fact that you can bundle them like that is just crazy. Oh yeah, I got all the outfits. That's why I was buying moons. There's just no fanfare for getting all the let me make sure I got this set up. Is it it needs to capture the right thing. Okay, there we go. Just do that, make sure it's on the right thing. Let me change stream settings. I know it says 3D Land up top. Let me change that real quick. All right, there we go. 2 is the game. Yada yada yada. Done. Change it on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, I even have a good thumbnail for this. I don't know, just use a random Pikmin 2 thumbnail, it's fine. This should be good. It's saying like, YouTube saying my stream's bitrate is lower than it should be. I really should look into that. I think that probably is something to worry about later. Let's just get into it. More Pikmin 2 randomizer. More suffering as the game just doesn't want to work with me. Yeah, I know. It's saying I'm missing one treasure there. The treasure just doesn't exist. We are not going to torture myself with that. I feel like I haven't even been to the perplexing pool, but I guess I've already gotten one treasure there here. Wait, no, I have been to the perplexing pool. I do remember now. It was terrible, but I do remember now. I remember the giant pileated snagret in the water. Already, I'm not liking this setup, like, at all. Let's just go into a cave. Who cares? So we're bringing, like, what? 50 blues. I don't remember the team composition I had. It'll be fine. Yeah, it was 50 blues, 15 yellows, 15 reds. And then 10 whites, 10 purples. Yeah, that sounds about right. And we gotta bring blues because they could just say, screw you, treasure in the water, there's nothing you can do about it, reset. I see that board right there. We're honestly just going to ignore all this and just go straight for the caves. Get that blue Pikmin out of your mouth. Yeah, we're not dealing with you, buddy. We're moving on. So I know there's no fire in this cave. So I didn't even check to see what difficulty it was. Okay, it's moderate cave. Hopefully all the treasures spawn this time. Was there only one bulborb larva? I mean, like, I'll take it. I don't want to deal with multiple bulborb larvae, if I'm being honest. They're just really annoying. Yeah, if we just kill everything fast enough, it literally doesn't matter. And they're trying to eat my Pikmin. Get you guys on that. Get you guys on this and that. And there's still another treasure somewhere that I don't know the location of. But we'll find it in due time. Just have Pikmin grab everything. Clear the way. That looks suspiciously like an entrance to the void. But it's not. So we're just going to pretend we did not see it. I'm guessing the other treasure's buried. It's gotta be, right? Yep, looks like it is. Alright, we'll just have them carry it back. And we'll help these guys instead of just having... Okay, yeah, there we go. Well, that was an easy first sub-level. Given some of the garbage this game has thrown at me before, I'll take it. For a moment, it almost looked like it was still beeping, even though it was turning off. And I was just like, huh? But it must have just been a visual glitch. Or I'm just getting really paranoid. I mean, like, can you blame me for being paranoid after how this randomizer's gone? I think I have more than enough reason to be paranoid. Electrical right off the bat. You hate to see it. Dirigibug right off the bat. People are going to die. I don't even know what kind of Pikmin died. Okay, it was a blue Pikmin. And then it's fine. We got an excess amount of that. I did not get the Pluckaphone yet. Gosh dang it. Oh well, we'll just pluck a more billion Pikmin. It'll be fine. Gosh, I really need the Plucko phone. Like, of all the upgrades, that's like the only one that really matters right now. It's just getting the gosh dang Plucko phone. Speaking of, I wonder, how is the submerged castle going to... You okay, Mr. President? You okay? I don't know what that was. Well, I know he just got stuck on the electrical gate, and that's all there is to it, but... I do not like this setup very much. Thank goodness there was only one careening dirigibug instead of, you know, multiple. Let's get you guys to safety. That was... I thought I was holding on to a yellow. I was not. He almost died for it, but he didn't die, so we're all good. And please don't pound all my Pikmin into the ground, requiring me to just pluck them manually again and again and again and again and again. Let's just lure this guy over. I'm trying to save time, not Pikmin lives, because Pikmin should be fine. And then we do the same to you. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's one of the treasures. Still need to find the other one. Which, it looks like it's just right behind this gate. Yep, it is. Works for me. Just grab and bring that back. Then we'll go over this way. Okay, another sub-level down. I legitimately have no idea how many sub-levels are in this because it's just random. I should have checked how many treasures were in it. I don't know if I could, though. Well, I don't like this layout very much. Unless it's, you know... You know, it might actually be okay. I mean, I gotta beware of falling rocks and all that, but, you know. When do you not have to worry about that? Oh, you just had the treasure. Alright. Well, so we don't need to kill all these skitterlings. Even though we kind of might just do that. Just gotta maximize our profit margins. Yeah, we got the 2 treasures. So we're all good to go. This has honestly been a really easy dungeon. Or cave. Which, I mean, it's not... It's a moderate cave, but even so, the challenges just haven't been that bad. We only lost 1 Pikmin because of stupid bomb rock. Guess what? It's electricity again. Your favorite dweevils. Oh, already got the treasure. That's means we're off to a good start. And the other one's right over there. I mean, these dweebles are just going to be an absolute pain, but ignoring that. Excuse me, there's a water dumper right there? Well, screw you, buddy. That was a little bit of carelessness on my part. You know what, buddy? You can have it. Just free of charge. I kind of actually just don't care about it that much. You can have it, my friend. Alright, so that's both treasures. We can just move on. Now, we lost a couple Pikmin there. And that's mighty unfortunate, but it is what it is. Some Pikmin are just gonna die through one way or another anyways. Classic, you could have, you surely you could have put in a different boss, right? Just trying to... see if I can go up here. Just do that. Need to be a bit mindful of where the rocks fall. But as long as we stand back a bit, I think we'll be fine. That guy is dead. Come on, that didn't trigger your thing? Oh, that guy's dead. I should have been a bit more paying attention to the rocks, but I think we're still far enough. It doesn't matter. Those guys are dead. Ooh, white Pikmin dying. That's a bit suboptimal, but... no, actually, we should really just use this nectar, get all these Pikmin fired up. Start bringing it back, and we're good. And this cave should be done, unless they're pulling some stupid shenanigans like that other cave. But who the heck knows? Who the heck knows at this point? Alright, let's go for the Glutton's Kitchen replacement. Assuming I can even do that. Maybe it's just absolute cancer on the way over, and it's just not an option. Which, you know, could be the case. Would not be very enjoyable, but maybe. Would make things more interesting, even though I wouldn't like that kind of interesting, that's for sure. Or I could go for the shower room replace. Question is, would I want to go and do that? Right, so we lost 4 whites and 5 blues. That's just a tad bit unfortunate. But it's alright. Going out with my full squad of Pikmin when I do not know the dangers that lie ahead is a bit risky. Surprised my bridge still stands. Is that a groink I hear? It sure is. It looks like it's a tower groink, so it's not really going to be a problem for us. I mean, we're not going that way anyways, so who cares? Alright, there is the entrance to the Glutton's Kitchen. That electrical gate over there is so mean. I mean, that might just... It's probably also, like, base Pikmin 2. It's still mean. Well, now we just kind of wait. That was a bit risky. I'm not fully sure why I did it like that, but we're good. Oh, you know what actually we should do? While those guys work on that, we should have our blue Pikmin work on something else. Like killing this guy. Mainly, I just say that because we want him working on this gate. So we can just be working on 2 things at once, pretty much. With how slow these guys are going. Excuse me. Oh, I have to go all the way around. Okay. Well, that's something I can do. Should just brought on the rest of my Pikmin down, but it's alright. We'll do just that. They're... is that is the final stage of the gate, right? Like, they're almost done, surely? Yes, they are. Thank goodness. What are you guys doing? I mean, the answer is quite obvious. They're trying to reach the current captain at the time, and that was... I'm not the best. I'm going to take a quick look at Submerged Castle, see how it works with that real quick. Just because I don't know how they've changed it. I don't know if it even is changed. Worser submerged castle. Okay, I had a feeling that's what would be the case, but it's good to know that that's just how it is. How will it be worser? I have no clue. We're just gonna have to find that out later, I guess. All right, another moderate cave. I should have checked the treasures. I want to say it was like 9, but I genuinely don't know. I really need to pay more attention to these things. Guess what? It's time for more Hermit Crom ads. Even though it's been countless streams since we last did this, I'm still sick and tired of the Crom ads everywhere. Some things just never change. That's one treasure, and the other, no, that's white candy pop. I suppose I should turn some of my blue Pikmin into white Pikmin, just to replenish their numbers. It's not feeling so necessary to get more purples, because we're generally not losing purples right now. Of course, there's 2 of them. That just means we can get them both at the same time, more or less. Alright, well, not a fan of shearwigs just popping up out of the ground. Are there any other shearwigs I should know about? Yep, there is a buried treasure there. Nice, we got more there. Alright, that's that sub-level done. We can move on to the next. I think we're good. Like, you don't need to keep giving me more candy pop buds. I may someday regret that, as it turns out, like, you do, in fact, actually need 100 purple Pikmin still. Even though the Doomsday apparatus is in some random location somewhere in the game. But we'll worry about that when we get there. Alright, can you come over here, please? Thank you. Do this. Do not attack the fire geyser. That will literally burn you. Stop. Told you not to touch it, and yet you still did anyways. I should probably get rid of that just in case. You know how Pikmin are. They just sometimes do really dumb things and get themselves killed if you just leave them unattended. We haven't gotten any treasures yet on this one, right? Yeah. I'm worried that it still says alien billboard because it should have changed the other treasure. Did I just go in the hole too quickly? That might be the case. I might have done just a really dumb thing and failed to get a treasure. Because I was just too hasty. Well, we'll find out. We'll replenish our numbers. We don't want that cloaking baronet getting in the way. Yeah, I'm genuinely concerned that I might have, like, just straight up been a bit too hasty and didn't collect a treasure on the last sub-level. In which case, my bad, my bad. I'll just run the whole cave again. It's fine. Can't believe I'd make a stupid mistake like that, but it's just where we're at. So just be patient, sit here, let the Pikmin bring it to the ship. Then we can move on. Alright, on to the next sub-level. What randomly generated horrors will await us there? Probably won't be that bad because this is just a moderate cave. You could do so much worse if they really wanted to. Poison everywhere. Alright. It could be worse. It could be electricity. That's just miserable. Baronets were chosen again. They just really love these guys for some reason. You could do so much worse though, so like, who cares? Get rid of all you guys. Probably should deal with those dweevils before they start becoming a problem. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Fortunately, the poison's just not that much of a threat. At least not in this mod. Alright, well, we don't really need to finish off that. Okay, you guys did anyways. It's fine. Just bring all the loot back. I don't know why I do that. It just feels satisfying to do. Have we picked up any treasure on this floor yet? No. No, we have not. Alright, well, that means the loot's still out there somewhere. It's probably over there. Am I kidding? Thanks for bouncing off in a convenient direct. Okay, yeah, there's literally a treasure there. And there's the other one. We'll just get you out of the way. Just grab that treasure, bring it back, and then we're good to go for this sub-level. Just gotta make sure I actually stay close by and follow them this time, but yeah. Yep, looks like we got everything. We don't really need to wait for the Pikmin to carry all this garbage back. It's fine. On to the next sub-level we go. They just keep throwing candy pop buds at us all the time. Like, it's crazy. Come on, hurry up and kill these guys so we can take out the jelly floats. Before they start killing our Pikmin. Because they actually have quite a lot in there. I don't actually know how fast they kill, but I assume that it's not going to be anywhere close. Was there even any reason going this way other than just seeing a threat and having to deal with it? The Crawmads are back. Did you miss them? I didn't. Well, fortunately, we have a bit of an alternative path over here that we can take. One that puts the Pikmin clearing the obstacles less in danger's way. I'm legitimately surprised that Crawmad did not get that blue Pikmin, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. This is just a mess, honestly. Just carefully watch the Crawmads. Alright, looks like we're good. Please do not carry. Okay, yeah, that works. That works. Please do not go and rush after the fire that's going to kill you. Alright, that should be all the treasures. So we should be good to go after this. Okay. So this, hopefully it's the last sub-level. Man at legs. Oh, hopefully it's not man at leg. It's man at legs. I mean, there's worse things. And let's just go for it. Alright, well, we lost a random blue Pikmin, which... a little surprising. Okay, actually, that went surprisingly well. I don't know why I was so afraid of man at legs. Oh boy, can I get the pluckaphone, please? Kind of hope it's not in Worser Submerged Castle. All right, now let's check. Did I forget? Did I just go too hastily with that first one? I did. Gosh dang it. Well, at least it's my fault this time instead of the game just being like making it literally impossible to get a treasure. But let's just hurry up, hop right into it, and you know maybe we'll tackle Where's the Submerged Castle because you know we just need a bunch of blues, and who boy do we have a lot of blue Pikmin. Put away some of these white Pikmin. And then just get out more blues. Yeah, alright. So let's go take the long way around again. Hope we don't run into problems. Here's boy. There's definitely going to be problems out there somewhere. We got the slow purple Pikmin, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hopefully there's not, like, staggers that spawned in over here. Also, I've just, like, straight up gotten no sprays, which is kind of really bad if you think about it. We'll deal with this guy real quick. Give me back the one Pikmin you took. Thank you. It really is funny how, like, normal progression just kind of goes out the window with this mod. It's like, this stuff is random, so it's like, oh, well, I'm just going to just keep doing random stuff. You don't have any real same game plans that you would have normally because you know, there's just no point. Like you could say like, oh, I'm gonna go tackle these guys, or you could just bum rush into it. Who cares? All right, where's treasure? Looks like it's probably buried, which I shouldn't really be that surprised. It was buried originally. The sooner we can get done with this cave, the better. Yep, I recognize that one is being gotten after the alien billboard, so when I didn't see its name, I was like, ah, fudge, I missed it, didn't I? Well, we have it now, so that's good. Just need to wait. Alright, now just bum rush for the exit every time. Okay. How little enemies can we fight along the way? Can we just take a bunch of winding passageways and get over there? Because like that would be very convenient. Who cares about all those enemies? I mean, I still gotta beat up this guy before he comes and takes a bite out of my Pikmin. Alright, on to the next one. Well, they chose Mamudas again. Alright, well, that presents some slight problems. Alright, just take the bridges down, or the gates down. You guys clearly want to do that. Alright, so to minimize casualties and maximize... Well, okay, first of all, we might as well just grab more purples here. We don't need the blues for anything. And then we're gonna go bring, like, a couple red Pikmin all the way over to that gate. Preferably avoid the Mamudas. Okay, they avoided getting slammed into the ground, so we're good. Don't need to waste any extra time. We've already seen this layout. Of course, you can't have it too easy. Can just have it moderately easy. Alright, well, once we get through this and the boss floor, which should be no issue at all. Do not eat my purples, please. Thank you. We might as well just see what Worser Submerged Castle has to offer. Like, how bad can it really be compared to base Submerged Castle? I should make sure I leave enough space to get a bowl mitten. Alright, go to the surface, and we're good. Save the game, please. Thank you. Alright. How bad will this be? Oh, there's a question of... Are we even going to get Boldman, or are those just not going to be randomized in? So we just have to hope we get a good layout. That would be annoying. And yeah, that would definitely make it live up to its name, though. We will see. Yeah, I am a bit clueless. Like, I'm sure I saw someone play this mod at some point, which is probably why I'm even aware it exists. But, yeah, I don't really know what I'm getting myself into. Also, can you believe we haven't even progressed a single day on the day counter? We've just been doing an awful lot on day 12. I mean, we can, so it's not really that surprising, but yeah. Man, I would hit those rocks for some nectar, but it's just too much effort to get all the Pikmin up there, and there'd be a lot of wasted nectar, and it's just, yeah. I really do need to see if I can get them flowered up. Alright, 10 shearwigs. Okay. Oh, we got grass over here. That's more than sufficient, hopefully. I hope. Alright, come on, get more nectar out of this. All right, that looks like it's everyone has got flowers. You'll love to see it. So we can minimize casualties on the way over there. Avoid the crawmad, we don't like you. Avoid the poking burrow in it. I mean, you're not really that much of a problem, but like, still. Ah, there's rocks right there too. How many treasures did that say? Did that say 14? I should have paid more attention. For some reason, I just never pay attention, so I'm like having to go in blind all the time with these. Interesting visual effects. I like it. Alright, well, obviously we gotta convert some of our Pikmin. Why? Why? That... Oh, man. That was quite interestingly timed. I'm gonna clip that real quick because that was just... Yeah, I can't believe it. Just said, like, screw you, we're dropping the water wraith on you immediately. Alright, so is this the gimmick? The water wraith is just going to be there the whole time? Oh, and the rest of the crew is here too to make my... okay, just keep dropping stuff. Well, I may not finish this today. Let's just break it to be safe. Dude is kind of ignoring us right now. It just... I don't know, man. You couldn't even run him over, dude? What are you doing? And now you're stuck. You got your car jammed. Oh, no, he got unstuck. I mean, like, at this point, you're just kind of desensitized to the Pikmin losses. You know what's going to happen. It sucks. Alright, well, this seems to be a safe spot, so we already did go break the entrance to the cave, so we... All right, these Pikmin insist on following us. That's their problem, really. Just go. Just go. So is it going to be one treasure per sub-level, or is it going to be a case where, once again, the random generation has screwed me over? Alright, so you spawn right there. Could be worse. Really not a fan of how all the enemies just keep dropping from above. Alright, lost a white Pikmin to my own stupidity. That's alright, though. The maze-like structure of this place is not helping, I'll say that much. I'm not sure if, like, I randomly got a candy pop. Guys, you gotta work with me here. Stop jumping in the water. Alright, we lost a couple Pikmin, and we got our captains flattened a little bit. This really is just going to be a war of attrition. Just get through as far as you can with as much Pikmin alive as you can, and then move on, and then do it again the next time. I guess, like, there is, like, probably a reason why they do drop from above. Gosh, this maze-like structure is not helping at all. It's probably so that the water wraith doesn't just kill the enemies. Alright, they got dropped out of the jelly float, only to be crushed immediately. I don't even know where the treasure is supposed to be, man. I know it's like somewhere in this vague direction, but... I'm not really getting any closer to it, am I? Everyone to the side, he'll be fine. Just the friendly passing on the road. Oh, so it should be right here. There we go. Well, it's one of these two enemies. Well, it's the jelly float. I really should be paying more attention to the water race location, but at this point, I kind of I just don't care. He is where he is, and if it's bad for us, that's just unfortunate. Make up your mind. Are you gonna come? I take some of my Pikmin. All right, who cares? Just get on with your life, so I can get on with mine. Doesn't matter if you're drowning, we will just go on the next floor and you'll be A-okay. And it'll be like you weren't ever drowning in the first place. This is just a very awkward spot. Can you, like, just F off to somewhere else? Like, okay, yeah, thank you. That works, that works. The fact that we just got the treasure immediately is crazy. I'll go rescue you guys, hopefully, so that we can just have more manpower. Assuming he's coming down the other way. Yep, he is. An electrical gate! Oh no. Wait, no, you gotta be kidding me. An electrical gate? Here? So you see, the problem with that is that it's literally impossible for me to finish. I can't even keep my previous treasures I've gotten so far. It's all literally been worthless. Hey, do me a favor and run into this gate, please. Just knock it down. Surely you can do it. Coward. So... Man, that just sucks. And we didn't get Bowman either. We literally have to abandon our treasure and escape because there's literally nothing we can do. And it's 14 floors. 14 floors of this garbage. Well, time to go in. That's shocking. Yeah. At the same time, though, it is a randomizer. If they want to put in electricity where you can't do anything about it, that's just how it is. I might as well just go in again. Try to see if we can possibly get a geyser early. Hopefully they set it up in such a way that it's doable. I guess, like, the funny thing is, like, so long as you accept the fact that you're gonna lose Pikmin and the water wraith is just gonna go on a murdering rampage, it's not really that difficult of a cave. And I forgot to replenish Pikmin. Okay, whatever. We don't need more purples. We need nectar. Like, you just genuinely say at that point, you know what? I don't care anymore. The water wraith is whatever. Just give me something I can clear. Stop touching grass, my guys. Thank you. Alright. Attempt to hopefully It goes a bit better this time. Yeah, just kill this guy. Alright, we lost some of our flowers. That is unfortunate. Avoid the Wally Hop. And in we go. Oh, this layout sucks. I didn't even see where he spawned that time. Wow, that is a big layout. So really, all we gotta do is just avoid them. And the Crawmads. I guess it being such a wide layout is beneficial because it makes it quite easy to just clearly avoid them. I mean, we run into him right at the hole, so like... Some Pikmin were literally about to die, but it doesn't matter because we just said, you know what, enter the hole. And then suddenly they are spared the fate of being flattened. Another big layout. Alright, he's over there. But where's our treasure? Some Pikmin are getting separated from the group, but it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, is it you? You know, we'll just hope the water wraith runs you over, honestly. Right, well... You don't get that luxury here. Just take it back. I don't know what route they're taking. Hopefully it's not one that involves them getting flattened by a steamroller. Stay away from the treasure, please. Well, he's making his way over here, but... Alright, well, we already got the treasure. We haven't had any deaths to this attempt. Surprisingly enough. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I can hear him right there, so we're probably, like, very close to having some deaths. Alright, now that's just very mean. We may have to leave a couple Pikmin behind. You know, just run for it, run for it, run for it. It doesn't matter at this point. Gosh, this is a long and windy path. It's fine. We just... It's better there's sprouts than dead. You just gotta accept you're gonna lose Pikmin.
Excuse me? This is a layout. Did the water wraith just forget to spawn in? I mean, I'll take it. Makes things easier for me. Gosh, imagine doing Worcester Submerged Castle and there's a floor where the water wraith just doesn't show up. It's so free. Well, anyways, we got 11 more floors of this garbage. Hopefully there's a geyser. We are taking the geyser if we see it, by the way. Okay, literally spawning me on poison, that's just not cool, dude. Alright, you're spawning a little closer this time. Alright, it's you. Some Pikmin are just gonna be lost. That's just how it is. Don't worry about it. There is a chance that this is just straight up impossible again. If there's a poison wall in an unforgiving place, we're just cooked. Let me just get to a geyser and I'll be fine. Have we even had any casualties to the water wraith in this attempt? Feels like we haven't. Well, I said we would take the geyser, and by golly, we're gonna take it. Not because I'm like scared and I want to say my well, okay, I am scared, but not because of like I'm just scared that the random generation is just gonna screw us over and make it straight up impossible. Gosh, well, like, do I want to spend more time well, I guess we could unlock the shower room. We don't need to do anything there, but we could unlock it. Maybe grab a few other random above ground treasures. We don't have a lot of time left in the day though, so it's a bit iffy. I'm surprised they killed him that fast. Did you not have... Okay, you did have a treasure. It's just hard to see. It's whatever. Ignore the Wally Hop. I'm genuinely shocked how quickly that segmented cropster died. I didn't think they normally died that fast. But you know what? Maybe this would be a good time to go after that treasure over there, too. I don't know if we actually have enough time left in the day, but, you know, we might as well just make a little extra progress. Have these guys hurry up. Actually, does it even matter? It looks like it's not even... Oh, well, that gate might be a bit of a problem. We can just go around the other way, can't we? Ignore you. Surely we can, like... No, it's one way. Alright, fine. Hey, I made a mistake here. Like, you could probably carry that out without needing to bother. Do you have any Pikmin in... No, okay. Take a look over here. Yeah, electrical gate, not that surprising. Maybe it's... I don't know how fast they can build this bridge. I don't think they're making progress fast enough, but they can make at least some progress. Wow, they actually finished it in time. Nice. Let's see what randomized enemies it throws at us to scare us from coming back to the planet's surface. A Bulborb and a Wallyhop. Okay. That's not really a threat. That was a very productive day 12. We did a lot. We're gonna have to still keep going back to Worcester Submerged Castle. Oof. It doesn't even, the text doesn't even fit on the screen properly there. It's not really that surprising, but still. Anyways, like, that's probably a good enough spot to end the stream, I think. So, yeah. So, today we finished Super Mario Odyssey 100%. So, next stream, which is going to be next Saturday, it's not going to be on Tuesday. I'm going to be on vacation for the holidays. Next Saturday, we are going to be starting doing the Zelda Classic games I've chosen, starting with Legend of Zelda Flow of Time Remastered. I love that game. And so, hopefully that'll be fun. Hopefully it will all work and the setup won't be that complicated. Who knows, it might be. But hopefully it works. Hopefully it's a very enjoyable run to do as I try to go for 100%. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you all next time.